Don't let them lie to you. Size does not matter in development. My name is Gabriel Grant. Welcome to episode 4 of Developing the Developer, a series where you get to come with me step by step and learn while I am developing projects. I have a project that is worth $7 million and I have a project that's worth $500,000. In this process and in this series, I want you to learn all the pitfalls that I had to experience. My goal is to help you be ahead of the curve. In the last episode, we talked about your why and we developed the vision for your project. I'm really excited because now we can start looking for the property that fits the problem. Many times, people fall in love with the property and not the project. At the end of the day, if you don't have a property that fits your project, you don't have a development. You have to find something that fits in not only your vision, but your budget and in the community that needs the problem that you are solving. So as we go along, make sure you fall in love with the problem that you're solving. Your project doesn't have to be huge to be impactful. Again, society will always tell us bigger is better. But when it comes to a development, Biggie said it best: more money, more problems. The bigger your project, the more problems you're going to have, and they're going to be so much bigger. I'm gonna give you an example from what I'm working on right now. I have 2 projects. One is the Heights on Burton. That is a $7 million project. It's 100% accessible and it's history making. I'm telling you, I was so excited doing this one. It was my first project. When I tell you I was naive, I was. I thought that I could tackle this project, create it, build it, develop it all within 12 months, 18 at best. When I really developed and started to learn about this process, I saw how many problems I was running into, how much red tape there was. I was able to get to a point where we got through the conceptual design, but I learned it would be a lot easier for me to tackle a project that was a little smaller. So then comes in my next project, Collins Corner. This project is near and dear to my heart. It makes me smile because it's a property that my grandparents owned and I inherited from my family. I still get to create something that solves the problem that I care deeply about. It aligns with my why, creating accessible housing. And then I did the next thing on the checklist. Does the community still need what I am fixing? And it does. It's right around the corner from the rehabilitation hospital that I lived in for over 1.5 years while I was doing rehab. Sometimes it's important to take a step back and say, bigger is not better. We can always fall in love and romanticize the big numbers. But in these smaller projects, you have less risk, you have more control, and you are able to be more nimble, make swifter decisions, and complete a project in a faster turnaround time. With that, you are able to create the solution for the problem and then also make some money. This is a big deal because you're going to be adding your first teammate to your development project team. And it's sometimes the most important teammate ever, your real estate agent. Let me tell you why this is important. They will help you shop in the areas that have the problems that you are trying to solve. Then, as you're looking at properties, they'll warn you about the hazards and potential downfalls that you are not trained to see. And then finally, and most importantly, they will help negotiate on your behalf. Having someone who is ready and willing to lay it all down so you can get the best price is critically important. So let's talk about it. So having a real estate agent that knows the area, that knows the real estate landscape is extremely important. It will save you time, it will save you money, and it will save you effort. And in development, all of those things come at a high price tag. Again, moving swift and moving quick is sometimes important. Then, as we go through these projects and these properties, we can fall in love. We start to look up and say, man, this is nice. I can really make this work. But then your real estate agent says, I don't know, this roof looks a little leaky. Maybe we should ask a few questions, and they'll give you the warning signs. Again, you do not want to be caught on a property that you may have to go to a phase 2 because you didn't understand and do the research of what this building was 50 years ago. This is what your real estate agent does. These are some of the downfalls that they can help you avoid. Again, as a developer, that's not your expertise. It's not your job to do everything. It's your job to build a team to get everything done. Negotiating. I can tell you from personal experience, make sure you have a real estate agent that their negotiation style fits your personality. Again, personal experience here. While I was negotiating my 10,000 square foot commercial building, my real estate agent was infuriating. They weren't aggressive. They weren't pushing back. And if anything, they were pushing back on me and making me feel like I was doing a little bit too much, asking for a little bit too much, being a little bit too pushy. And I understand in a negotiation, there's give and take. But at the same time, in that moment, I needed someone who could help me push and get the deal done. It was extremely important to have someone who fit my personality. Again, during my negotiation, I was stressed. I wasn't sleeping. I was talking and communicating way more than I probably needed to be. This all happened because I had a real estate agent that did not fit my personality and negotiation styles. So again, here are a few tips that I would offer you when you're picking a real estate agent. Number 1, make sure you get someone who's vetted, who has done quality work. Look at other customers. Look at other buildings they've sold. You want to make sure you have someone who is fit for the job. Secondly, you want to get some personal recommendations. You want some people and customers who have a great experience with them. Because if you don't have a good experience, if you don't have a letter of recommendation, I'm just taking your word for it. And again, at this point of life, that's just too risky for me. Finally, you want to have someone who communicates extremely clearly and who understands what your expectations are. I always tell people, make sure you have the conversation of expectations in the front half. The sooner you have that conversation, the easier the collaboration will be. So to you, my future developer, if you had to choose a specific project to start off with, what would you pick? A redevelopment, a large commercial building, or single or multifamily housing? I would love to hear it. Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And I'll see you on the next episode.